This next week at SoFi can be completely game-changing depending on where you're actually positioned in the stock. Some of you have position already in SoFi. Some of you have exited because you're just not able to control your emotions and you didn't have a thesis behind the company and you exited way too soon. And if you did, this might be the proper time for you to actually re-enter. So I'm going to explain in this video why this next week will be absolutely generational for an opportunity to purchase this stock and an opportunity to make 65, 70, even 80% on your money. So if that interests you, let's jump into it and let's go into the video. But before we go into it, I am launching my masterclass workshop happening July 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern. This is how to learn to trade profitably in any market. If you're in a bull market, if you're in a bear market, remember what we do is we day trade the entry and swing trade the exit. It's very simple. Now, most of you don't have the time to actually go through and look at the charts for hours a day. This is what I do for you. And if you only have 1 to 2 hours a week, then this workshop is going to be perfect for you. You can go ahead and get your ticket right there. This is what's included in the workshop. It's 90 minutes of a lesson. There's a 60-minute Q&A at the end. And I'm going to be walking you through the triggers of actually knowing exactly when to enter, when to exit, how to spot high quality trade opportunities, my risk management plan, and a proven process for selecting the right strategy for your current conditions. It's very important to look at your current lifestyle and see what exactly fits in your portfolio with what you want to do. Your plan for success is going to be different than a retiree that's 60, 65 and is about to retire versus a 20-year-old who's just gotten into the stock market and just wants to learn this info. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to show you the trading framework that actually removes the emotions no matter what age you're at to keep making profits in your portfolio more consistently and how to actually keep the profits. I bet you if you've been trading for longer than 5 years, you're probably looking at your portfolio and you're like, man, if I would have just had a system in 2022 or in 2024 and now in 2026 when there was the tariff debacle and there was the Iran war, man, I wish I would have just had more profits and not exited those companies or taken profits early. So this is what we walk through in the workshop and the masterclass. But if you aren't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go over to the charts. We're on the 4-hour chart on TradingView. And the indicators we're using is called the Bollinger Band. This is the little band you see. It's the red, green, and then the blue line in the middle. This is the top of the Bollinger Band right here. This is the bottom of the Bollinger Band. And then this is the middle, which is the moving average. Now, one thing to remember about the Bollinger Band is you can actually day trade the entries by just doing this one thing. And I'm going to show you, it's very simple. Okay. Let's scroll back to 2024 and 2025 when this stock was basically going parabolic from down here all the way to its highs. So over 163 days, it went up 150%. My goodness. I wish I got in SoFi a lot sooner. I got in about right here, but I wish I got in a little bit sooner. But I'm going to dive into why right now is actually a good time to get into it potentially as well for you. Okay, so it went up 150%. Now let's look at the actual Bollinger Band and see why it's so important to actually day trade the entries. All right, so we got the Bollinger Band on now. Let's click on the 4-hour time chart, which is what we use quite a bit, especially here on this channel. Let's get rid of the RSI down here. We won't need that for now. And let's look at the actual band. So what we're looking at is the blue band in the middle. And this is what I mean by day trading the entries. You want to day trade the entries. Say it again for the people in the back. Day trade the entries. Now, this doesn't mean I'm a day trader. This means I look for very specific entries. Now, when we're on the top end of the Bollinger Band, like you can see here, usually there tends to be a little bit more selling pressure unless there's a very bullish case on this company. There's a high thesis by the majority of the investors on the company. And that's when we see a lot of price growth like we've seen. So you can see how during this time, it barely touched the actual blue center line. And it was mostly on the top end, but it wasn't like breaking through the top end of the Bollinger Band, but it was just kind of kissing it. It was going through and it was not breaking through, but it was like, you know what, we'll just hang around here. And you can see how there's nothing on the downside here. So below the blue line. That is super important. Now, let's look at what happened here when it broke through. There was more selling pressure, but there was enough buying pressure for it to keep going up. And it hit higher highs, higher highs, higher highs right here, and then kept going up higher highs. But let's look what happened once it dipped below the actual moving average here. It actually peaked down and had selling pressure, so it went downwards. And it happened again here as well. This is some selling pressure. And overall, this is a very simple way and a strategy to actually make money on a daily basis. If you just have a bit of extra time, it's honestly very simple. Look at the Bollinger Band, look at the RSI indicator. So we'll pull that up and you say, is this overbought or is this oversold? Now, if it's below the actual 30 line here, then it's oversold. If it's above the 70 here, it is overbought. So you can see there's overbought here a little bit right here. which is why we had some downward pressure. But in general, not too much overbought, oversold action in here. So this is the reason why I'm bringing it up, is because you have to keep in mind these things when you're looking at the charting and you're looking at, when do I enter? Because you could be entering right here and not even realize it. When you can just wait a little bit extra, you notice that it's overbought, and then you can enter in at the $25 range instead of up here at the $30 range. And if you're buying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 shares, it's going to make a big difference in your portfolio and just how much quicker you can actually retain gains. Because then look what happened. Then over the span from October, this was Friday the 3rd, and then all the way to basically the 29th. So in less than 30 days, look what happened. Look at that. So if you just day traded the entry and watched the exit semi-closely, you'd made 28% on your trade and on your position. So very, very important to realize and understand how important that stuff is in the actual trading world, because it's going into what I'm about to discuss. On the way up, there really wasn't too much. Let's get rid of the RSI here. There wasn't too much in the blue zone, which is why we just kept seeing buying pressure, buying pressure. Look what happened on the way down. I mean, this was getting destroyed. Almost everything was below the blue line. And you could see it was pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. And then we had a little bit of a short squeeze here, which if you're unaware, this is a short squeeze where there's a lot of different shorting pressure. And then if the stock goes up, it forces those people to buy, which is what we basically saw here. And there was a massive short position on SoFi. So this isn't like, crazy new knowledge, but it's just important to know when we're looking at the actual indicators. Now, when we're looking at SoFi right now, and you see, okay, it's break-in character. So it was going lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. And now we're finally going higher highs, higher highs. And then what do you think is going to happen next, which is up here, which is right here? Okay, where we look at is it did break the actual Bollinger Band. So let's pull back up our RSI indicator, and it went way above 70. So this tells you pretty instantly it is overbought right here. And that's why we saw a little bit of downward pressure here. And so you can look at these two things, the RSI as well as the Bollinger Bands, and really make some good predictions on the stock, what's happening in a shorter term, in a daily term or a weekly term when you're entering a position. This is a way to actually make quite a bit of money pretty easily. Now, from there, we saw a lot of everything below the blue line. Look what's happening to fast forward today. Look at the buying pressure. Look at this. Now, it is above the Bollinger Band. I know what you're saying. You're like, well, Johnny, it's above the Bollinger Band. So is that a mistake? Like, should we watch out? Should we sell? No, that's not what this means necessarily. Because you can see it is above the Bollinger Band here, but it's not really overbought. And so what I think is this is finally the start of the run that we've been waiting for a long time, in the reversal, that when you hit lower lows, like we've seen here, when you finally break those and you actually get to a point where you're at the point where you can get higher highs, then I think this will really turn around. So I think next week we could see a really big possibility, as long as it breaks this resistance level at the 1950 range, almost $20 range up here, we could see this thing absolutely skyrocket. You can make a ton of money if you just look at the entries on your charts and you look at the Bollinger Band, you look at the RSI, and you figure out when you want to enter for the best position. You jump in, you make a ton of money. So that is what I think will happen next week with SoFi. And I think we have a really, really big chance of seeing a really good swing upwards. Do I think it's going to be like our past run? It's hard to tell. But do I think this is going to go up to 23, 24 by the end of the year, especially past the summer if we have interest rate cuts with a more bullish Fed? 100%. I think we can definitely see this go up and really, really get to a point where it's attracting more customers like it's doing. The earnings keep coming in solid, and we just see month over month growth on the stock, on the position size, and ultimately making you guys some money. So again, if this sounds interesting to you, I am hosting my masterclass workshop. It's happening July 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's $49 per ticket, so it's super cheap. And I'm going to be walking through my full system on how exactly to find these trades, go through the indicators, control your emotions, and once you get profit in your portfolio, how to actually hang on to the profit. Because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, perfect. If I just make money, then all my problems will be solved. Negative. There's always cycles in the market. The markets don't just go up forever and they don't go down forever. You might have heard of a quote. It says, good times don't last forever and neither do bad. And that's a really good thing to remind yourself in this market, is the good and the bad don't last forever. And right now we're pulling out of the bad with SoFi, and we are about to see some good and hopefully some really good gains on the upside. So if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.